Hi guys, Kaze here, welcome back. We're back with the extras now. We're doing the sequel and Jason and the gallery, yay! And we gotta find pretty little clips over at it, yes. Alright, let's see. This is arm wrestling Kaguro, which reminds me what I was trying to do and I totally forgot. I'm like, who's Kaguro? Kaguro. Oh, he's from Kakuya. Okay, got it. Awesome. I was looking this up. I was looking at it. I was like, what is this? It sounds familiar. Can't remember it. But now I do. Alright, let's go. After some time had passed since our wedding, we had come around to enjoy a small festival held in the shrine of Yoshiwara. Wait up, Ageha, you'll trip if you keep running like that. Well, it's been so long since I've gotten to stretch my wings, I can't help it. Oh, hey look, there's a cotton candy stall over there. Ageha was positively ecstatic. It had been a month since our vacation. Ageha had grown used to working around the shop. Sounds like this is a continuation from mostly from the regular ending, since the super happy one's harder. And whenever the shop was closed, we would usually go out like this. And right then, whoa, Kaze! My foot caught in a depression in the gravel of the path and I lost my balance. But right before I fell, he reached out to me, and I found myself falling into his delicate arms. Kaze, are you alright? I looked up at him. A cheek of red was running across his face as he looked down at me. I am. Thank you. Yeah. With a bright smile, he helped me stand myself up again. However, we looked away, our faces red. How embarrassing. Yet eventually he looked down and took my hand. We're married. Why are we embarrassed? I just fell and you caught me. Oh my gosh. I guess their innocence is over 9,000, I think, at this rate. Thank goodness they at least got together. But jeez. But then, my, it is not spring either. I didn't think lovebirds came out this season. A familiar voice, thorned in its tone, referred to us. Oh, Kagero. At that, I looked at the store wall right next to us to see a beautiful, slender young man with glossy black hair. I mean, I haven't played the other game, but if I recall, I have. I just haven't recorded it. I played, like, the prologue, and if I recall correctly, he's also an apprentice. I think, I'm not really sure. He had to have been about the same age as Ageha. The young man sat on the edge of the wall, munching away on some colorful dumplings. Do you know him, Ageha? Yeah, he's Kagero from Kakuya. We used to go to school together. I thought I hadn't seen you around lately. Oh, but here you are, showing off in public. Such passion, I tell you. Seemed awfully pleasant. Were we disturbing you? Not really. I just thought that dork over there was way out of his league. And he's barely worked as a courtesan, too. He poked fun at Ageha with a straight face and laughed. Hey, that's not true. Really, I bet you cried out and clung to this rich gal, didn't you? Makes a man jealous, getting bopped like that without even doing anything. Hey, that's mean. Don't say that. I've been working just as hard as you, Kaguro. But compared to Kagura, that effort's just... But that's no reason to talk like that in front of Kaze. Getting mad like this just shows what a small man you are. The black-haired boy let a cold laugh and tossed the empty dumpling stick into the trash bin. They just not get along? I had never seen Ageha teased and so angry like this before. You went to school together, but you're not friends? Of course we're not. Really? I moved my eyes from the angry boy to Ageha. I try to get along, but Kaguro is always mean to me, just like he is now. Ageha looked away from Kaguro. See, he's always like this. Well, come on, you two. Try to get along a little more, okay? Well, I'd like to, but... Ageha looked at Kaguro from the corner of his eye. I absolutely refuse. Kaguro scuffed the offer away. See, there he goes again. Kagero, that's so mean. Well, this is a pickle. Gakuto, to my knowledge, is a pleasure house in Yoshiwara nearly as big as Ohgiya. Maybe they didn't get along since they were close in age and rivals? Though it wasn't good what they kept at it during a festival. Just then I know some children arm wrestling in the corner of the area. Oh, I know. How about you solve this with an bout of arm wrestling? Uh-huh. With arm wrestling? What are you talking about? Well, it's not good to fight, right? So let's try selling this. I'll be the judge. Kagura furrowed his brow, clearly not wanting to do this, but... Alright. If you want us to, Kaze. Ageha pleasantly agreed. Okay. With that, the two ended up arm wrestling. I borrowed a small knee-high chair from a nearby vendor. Alright, are you two ready? Ready. Unfortunately. The two rolled up the sleeves and gripped each other's hand over the chair. Ready? Set? Go! And the fight was on. Ageha! However, before I'd even had time to cheer, an instant Kagura slammed Ageha's hand into the seat. Are you alright? My hand. Ageha rubbed his white wrist, a pained expression on his face. Though he had helped around the shop, his delicate arm had never lifted anything heavy. Kagura stood up and let a smug smile. You really thought you could win? Well, I hope that wasn't enough to satisfy you, too. Ageha looked at the young man in age and bitter defeat. One more time. Seriously, ridiculous. One more time. Kagura let a sigh. Ugh. Yet he sat back in front of the chair and gripped Ageha's hand. However, this exact result awaited. Looks like I win again. Come on, let's go again. And again. That's 3 wins for me. One more time. However, the next match, and the next match, and the one after those, all ended up his defeat, prompting Ageha to demand yet another match. Then, by the time their 10th match, I'm afraid that's all I'll stay for. Without a single drop on his composed face, Kagero stood up. Ageha, however, was still sitting before the chair, his head down. Right then, the bell rang to sound that it was 4 in the afternoon. Well, I've got to get back to work. Excuse me. The black-haired boy turned round and left. Ageha, are you all right? Since he still had his head down, I put a concerned hand on his thin shoulder. The back of his hand had turned completely red from the countless matches he had. Yet... Wait, Ageha! Ageha shot up and suddenly ran away. When he ran, I had the feeling his eyes were just a little red. Ageha? What just happened? Was he really that angry he couldn't defeat Kagero? I spent some time just standing there staring after where he had run away, but eventually I started dashing out to chase after him. Yet even though I ran after Ageha and looked for him, I couldn't find him anywhere. Just where did he go off to? After searching for him for a while, I decided to go to Yoshiwara, and wondering what the chances were, I went through the door of Ohgiya. Kaze? Gakuto looked my way, his expression difficult. Oh, Gakuto, have you seen Ageha? Gakuto crossed his arms and stayed silent for a while, but he told me not to tell you, but just come with me. Okay. I followed Gakuto into the pleasure house. He forcefully slid open the door to his room. Hey, Ageha, Kaze's here for you. Huh? Ageha, who'd been hugging his knee in the corner, looked up. Ageha, were you crying? No! I ran up to Ageha, his eyes completely red, but he looked down, hiding his face. But since he sniffed and his voice was strained, I could tell he'd been crying until just now. Are you all right? I kneeled down beside him and put a hand on his small shoulder. I'm so pathetic. I just wanted to do something impressive so you would think I was cool. His teary face looking down, he spoke so innocently. Oh, Ageha, you don't have to worry about those things like that. You really don't think any less of me? Why would I? Because I'm such a loser. No, Ageha, you're kind. What? Ageha finally rose his head. He blinked, looking at me in confusion. Really? Yes, that's the best part about you. How you're so genuine and kind. Remember back when you arm wrestled, you helped me when I was about to fall over. Well, I just didn't want you to get hurt. And that's the wonderful thing about you. And I went and made you do something you didn't want to do. This was my fault. I wrapped my hands around his red one. Oh, please, Kaze, you don't need to apologize. I'll try even harder when I grow up. Well, for now, I'm still learning, so I'll cry sometimes, but... Then how about we both take our time becoming adults together then? I'm green too. Kaze. His red eyes grew larger and he gripped at my sleeve. His pupils then narrowed softly. Well, I'll do my best. The face that I've been crying up until now opened up with a big flowery smile. Into the usual face of my beloved Ageha. Oh, I love your smile. Kaze. He covered his beet red face with his hands, crying, turning red. His face was working overtime. How about you two just get a room? Gakuto, you too? Huh? Again, I was probably still stuck on what Kagura had said to him. Oh, there was no way Gakuto would know about that. His one sharp eye, Gakuto furrowed his brow. Eventually we were asked to leave since the night shift was beginning. Though I couldn't help but think that was the real meaning behind his words, was to get us to go take our husband and wife act elsewhere. The two of us walked along the road under an orange sky. Hey, Ageha, what should we have for dinner tonight? Oh, I want an egg on rice. Didn't we have that for breakfast, though? Well, the egg you mixed in was just so soft and tasty, Kaze. He looked so happy when he said it. And he innocently looped his fingers through mine. And so we kept our small talk all the way home, arm wrestling with Kaguro. Wait, why did it say that at the end? That made no sense. No idea why that was there. Alright, so since we finished up our sequel, I guess we should go on with our date scenario then, don't we? Alright, let's go. Date scenario. Sweet ice cream date, yeah! One morning when the cherry blossoms were blooming, I opened the window at my awakening. However, I noticed something rare. Snow piled on the ground. I hope this isn't a bad sign of things to come. I was looking outside my window, uttering spectacly, when afternoon came, and a voice outside my room with it. My lady, Ageha has sent a very urgent message. He has? I wonder what's the matter. I opened the letter nervous. In wonderfully written words, it said he wanted me to come to Ohgiya right away. Something happened? Holding back my chest, being wildly with worry, I decided to go to Yoshiwara. In Ohgiya, the courtesans were all going about their afternoon preparations. And when I stepped in, Ageha ran to me from the back. Good to see you. Well, you seem to be quite in a good mood, but has something happened? No, not at all. You know the snow fell this morning, right? So I saved some ice in an ice box. My, you have a box? Made of ice? Though not on the mainland, ice is a terribly rare substance on this island. But last night was certainly cold enough for snow to fall. Well, not exactly, but, well, I have ice now. So I figured I'd try and make some ice with it. Ice cream. Ice cream? It's this cold treat I hear is made on roadside shops in Yokohama. It came from the west, but, I hear you can have it in Ginza nowadays, too. It's cold, it's sweet, and they say it's delicious. Was it like shaved ice? Well, it's certainly a high-class sound to it, but it's really that easy to make? Well, as long as you have ice and the ingredients, you can throw it together. So I wanted to make it with you and have it together. He lowered his head just a little and looked over at me, a touch embarrassed. The innocent, childlike gesture gripped my heart. Sounds fun. Let's give it a try. Let's. With a smile, he gave me a big nod. And so, he pulled me deeper into the pleasure house and took me to what appeared to be a small storeroom. The whole room, however, had been cleaned so thoroughly that not a single speck of dust remained. What might that be? I pointed to the corner of the room covered in a layer after layer of straw. Oh, I'm using that as an ice block. I gathered up the snow from last night and cleaned it up. And stored it as ice, like this, see? He pulled a block of ice from the simple ice box. Then he put it on the wood desk in the center of the room. Wow, I had no idea you could get ice like that. I held my hand over the pure, clear mass of ice, its nipping cold bit at my fingertips. It's so beautiful, sparkling like that. I'm sure it'll make some great ice cream. I bet it will too, so how can we make it? Just leave it to me. He puffed out his chest, proud. One of Gakuto's clients taught me how to do this a while ago. Alright, first, the guy stuck his head out of the room and called a passing aide. And sometime later, Ageha, I got it. He ran down the hall carrying a heavy-looking sheave. Thank you. Oh, and, keep this a secret from the higher-ups, right? Right. You'll get some ice cream when it's done, too. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it, Ageha. A little smile, just as cute as Ageha's. And so we began our challenge, crafting this unknown ice cream. So, Ageha, we need milk, eggs, and sugar, right? Right. Just really mix them. Alright. Ageha gathered up the ingredients from a traveling merchant beforehand. I put them all into a clay bowl the aide had brought in and mixed away. I already used metal whisk in the mainland, but we used the bamboo ones we had on hand. What are you doing, Ageha? I followed the aide's curious eyes. Ageha was crushing a block of ice, filling a bucket with the shards. I'm going to use this to chill the bowl Kaze is mixing. Wow. I see. So what about this salt? Oh, I'll use this. Look, what you do is... Oh my! Ageha suddenly dumped a large amount of salt from the bag into the bucket of crushed ice. That's quite a bit. I got a little carried away. Alright, Kaze, let's chill the bowl with this bucket and mix them up. Alright, but can we really make ice cream like this? Ice cream, a treat I'd never heard of. My chest danced with excitement. And right when I was about to move the bowl to Ageha's bucket... Oh, be careful! Huh? Ageha's arm reached out, and as he held me from behind, I saw his hand hold the bowl in place. Oh, sorry, did I surprise you? The young man's face went beet red, and even though my palm on the bowl should have been cold, the part on my hand he held was burning hot. I'm alright. If any of the other ice gets in, salt will stiffen up, so be careful. Alright, I will. However, he was whispering right in my ears. The embarrassment and my own shyness made me feel the temperature of the room had risen. Even when the ice cream next to me. The aide who had been peering into the bowl looked up at us and giggled. Oh, this was embarrassing. Oh, it looks like it's hardened up a bit. Right beside me, Ageha had craned his neck to the bowl. Oh, it has. Almost done? Oh, it has. Is it almost done? The contents of the bowl made a nice sound as it morphed into ice cream. However, my hand that had been holding the bowl this whole time was cold, so... Ageha, could you hold the bowl for a little? Sure, hand it here. He took the bowl from me and I blew on my chilled hand. Are you alright? Sorry, I hadn't noticed. No, I'm alright. But more importantly, the bowl... Oh, it's ready. Ageha brought the frozen milky white substance into a glass container. There was only a little bit for all the work we had done, but just how did it taste, I wonder? The aide beside us had his eyes sparkling with anticipation as well. How strange. I know it's cold, but it doesn't look cold in the least. Maybe it's because it's clay-like ice? True, I've never seen a treat like this. I wonder if there's some sort of strange things like this on the mainland. Ageha, come, let us have some. Oh, you're right, it wouldn't be fun if we melted while we stared at it. Ageha scooped the ice cream in a lacquer spoon. Then he held it before my mouth. Alright, Kaze, you first. Huh? Dig in. I blinked in adoration of his candy-colored eyes, and hesitated till I ate what was on the spoon. It's freezing, but it's delicious. After the freezing melted my mouth, a slow sweetness took its place. So this is ice cream. Glad to see you smile over it. Huh? Ageha leaned his cheek on his hand with a joyful smile. Was he really that happy that I smiled? Alright, Ageha, it's your turn. I'll feed it to you this time. Huh? You don't have to do that. Come on, no need to be embarrassed. I didn't want to be the only one blushing around here. And I wanted to see him blush at close range. That, and I wanted to taste his delicious ice cream as soon as possible, too. Open up, Ageha. I took the spoon from his hand and scooped up the white treat. Alright. The spoon disappeared into his small mouth. And when he did, his expression melted like a sugar candy. It's delicious, isn't it? I've never had anything like it. Me neither. It's cold and it's sweet. It's soft and it's different from shaved ice. It tastes like... it kind of tastes like happiness. He smiled like a blooming flower, his cheeks softening awkwardly. He looked like a child, but that was what was cute about him. And our eyes naturally came together. We gazed at each other. Kaze. He looked deep into my eyes, his pupils shining gently. And right then, the spoon in the container tapped against something. The ice cream might have started melting. Come on, Ageha, no need to show off. The aide pursed his lips, pouting. Seeing that, I quickly averted my eyes from Ageha. Sorry. That's fine. Just let me have some of that ice cream. That's fine. Just let me have some of that ice cream. Oh, sure. He handed the aide some ice cream in another container. Wow, it's so cold. So this is ice cream. He took a bite and all but left for joy at the new surprising flavor. How about we eat it before it melts too? Good idea. We wouldn't want to put this to waste. And with that, we took turns putting the spoon into each other's mouths. It melted in my mouth, much like he said. It tasted like happiness. A single bright memories page was written in my mind's book. Thank you, Ageha. I had a wonderful time. Well, I just thought it'd be fun if we was with you, so... Oh, Ageha. What adorableness was one of my favorite parts about him. So we shared our ice cream, having some sweet time together. And though the ice cream itself melted away, we enjoyed the sweetness of simply being together. Sweet ice cream finished! Why is that written there? This is so weird. Alright, so we finished up our little date, our sequel, and now it's gallery time. Gallery, oh, kisses. Oh, these don't get bigger, unlike Destiny Princess. I think, yeah, later in the thing he gets more manly. Oh, that looks so cute. Yeah, see, he has moles. And it's always because he's wearing a collar. Oh, I loved it. Oh, why didn't you have more pictures? Why? Why no more pictures? You only had 4. You only had 6. You had 10 chapters. Dang. Well, alright. There we go. All the pictures. That was all our extras. We did the sequel, the date scenario, the gallery. 92% likability all around. So I didn't get 100. But hey, we got our happy ending. We got our happy ending. We got all the endings. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Let me know. Well, you're probably letting me know anyway. In the previous chapters, I hope. Who you want to see next? I don't know who's going to be next yet at this moment. So if I still haven't decided on anyone yet, I haven't posted about it on Twitter or Facebook, let me know who you want to see next. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys. Kaze out. Oh, and if you guys like the video, be sure to like it as well. And subscribe to the channel. Alright, yeah. Bye now.